We are now in episode 3 of Talking Under the Influence. Episode 3.
3 episodes. That's
the trifecta.
the trifecta.
This might be the point where we stop, bro.
I mean, how long did Harry Potter go for?
I know.
They went more than 3, but
yeah,
usually 3 is a big deal.
Yeah, we are gonna surpass Harry Potter, I think. And
I would hope so.
Then that's a good place to stop, I feel.
After Harry Potter?
Oh yeah, if we can beat J.K. Rowling, fuck.
Yeah.
On top of the world, bro.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah, fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5. What?
4. I mean, if you count The Hobbit.
What do you call that?
It's
not a trilogy. It's a quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy,
which that doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah, Scream had 3. Scream was a trilogy.
And then they like to reboot. The reboots are pretty popular.
Barrymore. I so would have banged her in the Scream days.
I liked her little blonde hair.
Your little bob thing.
Yeah, little bob thing.
I would have banged Scream Drew Barrymore. I still would, actually.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a time machine.
That would be the one you'd pick, huh?
No. But if I accidentally hit that date and time and who was there.
You were just on the set. Happened to pass by the set.
To be that, then yeah, I would.
Okay. Respectable.
Right. We actually have a pretty good topic today. This is a story.
Wait, we got to introduce ourselves first.
That's right. Some people may not know us
yet.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that
at this point, 3 episodes,
people
that's
don't
like
know who we are.
Yeah.
My name is Trevor, a.k.a. Discount Soda.
Okay.
I'm my brother.
I'm Trenton, a.k.a. Leftward Sloping Black Tie.
Black bow tie, in fact.
Yeah.
And I have this, like, drunk voice going.
Yeah.
I think, like...
It's a very good drunk radio voice.
In the moment, I feel like I'm talking super sexy right now.
Yeah, that's all that matters is what's in your head, brother.
Whoa! Yeah, okay.
That's my radio voice, by the way.
This is my radio voice. And now, we're fixing to get into a segue story.
This is all you, bro.
All right, so I'm going to tell a story.
Let me start this off by saying we're drinking Benchmark 8, which is a classic. We still have about half a bottle.
Yeah, we drank it yesterday as well.
We're drinking it with also yesterday. We're mixing it with a little Dr. Thunder. Right. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with Dr. Thunder, but it's kind of a value brand of Dr. Pepper. But Dr. Thunder, so it's
great value brand.
It's delicious.
If you know where they sell great value stuff at.
It's great. So that's my Thunder story. Let me know about your Thunder story.
Yeah, great segue, bro. I didn't know where you're going with that.
Yeah,
but I appreciate it. You're obviously soberer than I thought.
All
right.
Well, I try.
Okay. There's this little bar in Ocala. It's
Let the people know what's the name of this little bar in case you're an acolyte, a fellow acolyte.
Yeah, in case you're around
Ocalite.
The town. The name of this bar is Sweet 306.
Sweet 306. Now, I'm not familiar yet. I've not been to this one. I've been to several bars in Ocala, but I've not been to Sweet 306
This one's on 200, which I'm not going to specify details because most of you folks probably have no idea where I'm at. But it's a cigar bar. There's a humidor. There's liquor. But the clientele is more normally of like a seedy, kind of sketchy type situation people. Just to set the mood.
Okay.
For instance, I was talking to a girl there one time, and I shot pool with her. She was a very pretty woman, and I'm like, do you want to shoot pool? And she's like, yes. She said, let me go get my stick. Which, let me warn folks.
She had her own stick
out there. If you're talking to somebody, man or woman, and they have a pool cue in their car that's specifically made for them, they're probably pretty good at fucking pool. Right?
Yeah, just the baseline. If anyone has any equipment for whatever they do, like specifically, they're pretty good. Let it be. Think of The Wizard, the old video game. We had like the golden game. What was it, a Nintendo controller or something? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have your own equipment, bowling ball, be it
The Wizard. Now
anything like that. If you have your own thing, either you're really good or you're just like a really bad poser.
Right.
Like,
if
you're very passionate about whatever it is you do.
Yeah, if like we're gonna go
likely you're good.
Shoot bow and arrow, and they're like, I have a compound bow in my trunk. chances are they're really good at shooting bums.
Yeah, or they're serial killers. Either way, you go the other way.
Or they're teenagers that fight in
They've seen
to the death
yeah.
matches against other teenagers because of the district that they're in.
True. Nowadays, it could be because they watch too much Hunger Games or they watch too much Walking Dead.
Okay.
Which Walking Dead's crossbow.
Yeah, so anyway.
Go back to your story.
Back to the story. So we're sitting there, and she brings her pull out, she kicks my ass in the pool, and I notice scars on her arm, right? She has these scars on her arm, and I'm like, what happened to your arm? And she told me that she was playing Cigarette Wars. Okay.
Well, let's elaborate on that because not many people might be aware of this. I wasn't until you informed me on something
Cigarette
like
Wars is a game where you put your arm against somebody else's arm. Now, you match basically, you put your wrists against each other facing up, and then you put a lit cigarette in between your arms. Now, that lit cigarette will proceed to burn your arms. The person that, aka, like, as she put it, bitches out and moves their arm first, loses the game. So she had these scars from cigarette burns on her arms because she was...
Stupid way to get scars, by the way. There's so much better ways, like knife fights,
but she
Mad
was
Max style.
So good at Cigarette Wars that she had these scars on her arm from that. And this is just a segue. Like, this is the kind of bar that this is. Right?
Okay, so you're just building the
right.
basics.
I used to go to this bar frequently. So I went there. It was a night. I went there with a woman that I met at that bar, which was super sketchy. Her name was Rebecca. She had been stabbed in New York before. She was crazy. She had a half-black kid. Not that I'm racist. She likes black dudes. I'm not. I'm white. She was a mad...
I am also white. Just for the record, I'm his brother, and I'm also white.
Yeah, I should have threw her name out there in the wind. I did though. So fuck it.
It's happened.
Yeah, she's mad crazy head case. The biggest mistake probably ever. I have her saved in my phone as a mistake now. I never text her, but I have it as a mistake just so when she texts me.
I have a few people on my phone. One of the things is my old recruiter, my military, because I was going to join join the Air Force. Decide not to. But I have him in my phone as don't answer. So, like,
that's awesome.
That's a good.
Like, I'm literally scrolling to her number right now to show my brother. I'm not kidding.
Twice.
She has two numbers because she has a text-free type number.
And there's a Megatron, which I hope is me.
That's you, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Megatron right under.
And there's a
Manuela.
Mitch. Yeah. Like, not Mitch Hedberg though.
Yeah, this is Mitch. He's skydiving friend Mitch. He's a cool guy. He actually hiked the Appalachian Trail.
And you have 3 people with the name Q. That's
this
really
is Jaquail.
Yeah, that's.
Jaquin, who's his twin brother. Talking about twins.
Yeah. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, crazy ass bar, yada yada yada. I'm there with this crazy chick named Rebecca who's insane. Mm-hmm. We're shooting pool. I noticed a gentleman. He's a crazy Patriots fan, and a woman.
Well, let's just stop for real quick.
Okay.
Any fan of Patriots, let's be honest, is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna stop right there.
Not to.
I'm gonna bash them horribly. Every Patriots fan I've known has been
segregate
super obnoxious.
Like, because I know that we want to get a lot of fans of this podcast.
Yeah, but fuck Patriot fans.
Yeah, I don't like Patriot fans. Every other NFL team, okay, that's cool. I respect you. I don't like Pats fans. I don't.
Even the fucking team. I don't watch football. I don't even watch. That's how much I hate them. I don't even watch football. There's a team called the Steelers. Right. And I like them more than the Patriots.
Yeah.
And they're literally Steelers.
Yeah.
They're probably fucking scumbag. They're Steelers. The name of their team is the Steelers. Yeah. And I still like them more than Patriots.
Yeah, I want to piss in Tom Brady's eyeball, and I want his eyeball like fucking zip tied open somehow.
Zip tied. Okay.
Yes. Like a zip
like hole punched and then zip tied open. Yeah.
His eyelid zipped like a hole punched and then zip tied to his skull so he couldn't close his eyes. And I could piss in his fucking face.
I got the visual.
That's how much I like Tom Brady.
It's a very strong visual.
Yeah, he's too good looking. He's too successful. I don't care for him. Anyone like that? David Beckham? Fuck him. Anyway,
so
yeah, story. Crazy, sketchy. Like this guy, he's a big guy, and I'm not intimidated by guys. I'm pretty quick. I can take an ass beating. My dad beat my ass plenty as a kid.
Oh yeah, that's a good
another story for another time. But when a grown ass man hits you like a grown ass man and you're like 12 or 13, or picks you up by your throat and puts you against the wall.
Yeah.
Like you're not really afraid of anything.
No.
But he's a tough looking fucking big guy, right?
Yeah.
So me and Becca, we'll call her Becca for
We've already said her name 15
Rebecca.
times. So
let's go ahead and let's make up a name for her. Let's call her Nose Girl because she's got a huge nose.
Okay.
We'll call her Nose Girl from now on.
Nobody knows what her name is at this point.
Yeah.
Yes. So go ahead.
For future reference, we'll go with Nose Girl. Because there's other stories. But Nose Girl and me and her are playing pool. We're doing pretty good. It's back and forth. She's winning. I'm winning. Whatever. Then this guy walks up and he introduces himself. He's like, hey, do you guys want to play doubles? I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of sketched out by this guy. He's giving me a weird vibe. I'm like, we're kind of having a good time. Nose Girl, she goes, yeah, we can play.
She jumps in nose first.
Yeah, nose first. Let me get another double gin and orange juice.
She didn't have a double chin though, did she?
No.
Okay.
A single
chin, clarifying.
Double nose. She drank
double nose.
Double gins and orange juice.
She's like one of those birds that you get the state fairs or not state fairs, but the scholastics that just boop boop in the water.
Constantly drinking water.
But that's her nose.
Right.
In gin instead of water.
Yeah, but gin and orange juice.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, I'm like, all right, fuck it. We'll play, you guys. So we play. It's a pretty heated, intense thing. He shakes my hand. He goes, I'm a Patriots fan, but I love all sports. My name is Thunder. And he said it with great...
thunderous...
He said it with great gusto. He's like, my name is Thunder. And I gave him kind of a weird look. And he goes, my name is Thunder. I'll show you my ID. I am half Navajo Indian.
Oh, man.
I am serious. I'm half Navajo Indian.
It's on his ID.
And he was very serious about this. And he was like, this is my sister, Julia. And
all right, so he let me just stop you real quick. He got the name Thunder, and she got Julia.
Right.
Like, what the fuck happened there?
And this is his half-sister, actually.
Okay. Well, that's a little more explainable.
Yeah, his half-sister, his dad or mom or whatever, fucked her dad or mom. I don't know how it
got
happened.
raped or something,
So
probably.
somehow it was her.
Yeah.
She seemed wasted. She was heavy, set, like
maybe
42. Like,
oh, man.
He was probably in his 40s, too. Like, they were together, though. It seemed like they were together.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It was a weird situation. They were very touchy-feely. They were very much like, she's my best friend in the world, da-da-da-da.
See, with me and you, I consider my best friend in the world. You're my brother, though.
Yeah, we're not...
Less weird.
Not half-sister, half-brother type scenario. And
totally different situation.
They live together, in fact, as well. Which we do, too. But...
That's
right. We're going to have a plow light that lets each other know when the other is getting lucky so that they can make themselves scarce. Like, we have a mutual
system.
Friendship type system.
It's not a weird situation.
So to excavate
depending
the
on what you look
situation,
at,
we have to
it
keep
might
moving.
Be a little weird.
Because this story is actually very long.
Okay. We got to keep moving because we're at about 13 minutes in. So
we really got to kick it into hyperdrive here.
I don't know anything else beyond this point, so
all right,
keep going.
This guy's fucking mad crazy. We shoot and pull for a little bit. He walks up to me and he hands me a bag of weed. And he said, me and Julia are here to give a gift. And you two seem like you care about each other. Everything is happy in the universe. You love each other. And we want to bestow this gift on you.
It's a very Indian thing to say.
He's very cosmic-y type feeling.
It's like Galactus over here.
And I didn't know what to do. Yeah. Galactus. If
Destroyer of
so I'm like,
planets and universes.
Like, all right. I'm just going to take it. I'm not going to argue. This guy's giving me a weird feel. And he's like, we would like to take you back to our place. We live right behind the bar. And we can hang out and we can talk and we can bond in this world. Kindred souls should just bond and be friends with each other. And he's going into this whole...
That's crazy. Sounds like an old WWF wrestler.
Right. So Becca's... Nose Girl is
Ultimate Warrior.
Nose Girl's like...
You said her name like 5 more times. Yeah. But go ahead, Nose Girl.
Nose Girl's like, okay. I'm like, God, this is fucking weird. But at this point...
Oh, man.
I'm kind of interested. You know, like... I'm not scared to the point of where I'm going to run away. I'm kind of like, I have to know where this goes.
Okay.
I have to know what happens next.
Just follow your nose, as they say, right?
I know, exactly.
As the bird Toucan Sam would say.
I have to know what happens next. I'm going to pursue
She follows that logic. She follows everything. So her nose is gigantic.
I'm going to pursue this situation. So we walk out the back of the bar. I pay my tab. I don't think they did. They just walked. And then I followed them.
Nobody stops a guy named Thunder, right? Understandably.
And he, like I said, he's a big dude. So we walk out the back of the bar, and then we walk into the woods.
Okay.
There's a wooded trail behind the bar.
Very Indian.
At this time, I'm thinking I need to be laying down breadcrumbs, something like I need to find my way back somehow.
Rape trail.
What's going on?
Rape trail's going on now.
Right. I'm going to lose my ass virginity, and I'm kind of nervous.
By the way, it's not the first time we've been on trails. We grew up spending our summers in Alabama on wooded trails, getting our cousins lost in the trails was our joys. Leave them there for a day till they start crying until we finally grandpa finds them. Yeah, so we're familiar with woods and trails and whatnot.
So we walk this trail back to this apartment complex. We go into the apartment complex. He breaks out the biggest bong I've ever seen in my entire life. Now,
what do you call it? The Peacekeeper? Do you have a name for it?
He called it like the something. He's like, this was glass blown by, and he threw some name out there like I was supposed to be impressed.
Yeah.
Some kind of famous glass blower in California.
As if anyone knows any glass blowers ever. Even any stoner doesn't know the name of any glass blower.
Apparently, this was a famous glass blower in California. And he's like, this is how you do it. You hit it, and then you suck it in, you pull the carb out, and you breathe it all in. And
that sounds like a good gay trip at any time.
Yeah, and those girls hitting the shit out of this bong, right? I take the bong, and I can't turn it down because he's very adamant. He's a very adamant gentleman.
Yeah, his name's Thunder.
But I don't smoke it. Like, I kind of pretend to be hitting it, and then don't, because I have to have my wits about me. Yeah. Because he's acting crazy. And then he starts screaming. If anyone's familiar with Alex Jones, this gentleman was going Alex Jones raving mad. Oh man, he was going like, the government's trying to fuck us, and I have all kinds of weapons to protect us. Me and Julia or whatever, whenever they come here, I will defend my house against the government. And we're artists, and we're in a lot of trouble right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. He never explained what kind of trouble they were in. But all I know is he did have a lot of weapons. Okay. And he was screaming.
Not bow and arrows, by the way.
No, he was screaming Alex Jones style. And he's like, ah!
Going Super Saiyan.
And just going crazy. And then he started playing, then he got on YouTube. And he played this music. And he's like, I recreated this music because we're artists. And it was like some kind of like computer generated techno-y type music. He's like, do you hear that? This is like when your soul leaves your body and bonds with another soul from Africa and makes a lifelong bond with somebody that you've never met before, but in your soul and mind, you know that you've met this person before. And he goes into this crazy, insane
rant
logic.
Sounds like Alex Jones.
At this time, I don't have any weapons. I'm evaluating the situation.
This guy's a lot bigger than you.
At? Bigger than me. I'm not a shy person or afraid to take a beating, but I know if it comes down to it, this man will murder me and kill me.
Like, and then wear your skin easily, as a Navajo coat.
He could easily kill me. Yeah. Easily.
With his weapons that may or may not exist. We don't know at this point. It doesn't matter.
Keys, like, balled up in my fist with the car keys sticking out, hiding, like, behind my hand. And then he's like, let me get you guys a drink. And he goes and he runs to this cooler. He starts pulling all these, like, if y'all know the margaritas, the Bud Light lime margaritas and all that shit, he starts looking at them and inspecting them one at a time, and he puts it back, and he puts it back, and he puts it back.
Oh, my God.
He goes, here, and then he gives me one. Like the fifth one that he inspected of the exact same drink.
Oh, that's weird.
And then he breaks out a Corona and says, take a shot of that, and then chase it with that. And I'm thinking that this is a drugged beer that he was investigating. Yeah. And those girls sitting here like taking these drinks and hitting this bong and wasted out of her mind. I almost said I'm going to the bathroom and bolted and left her there for dead. I almost did that.
That might have been a good call.
Right.
Two problems.
Immediately after that, and I'm speeding it up. I'm skipping stuff because it's too much of a story.
Yeah, it's a long story.
Right. But then he's like, let us show you our van. And then we went outside.
Vans are never good.
He had the sketchiest looking van I've ever seen. He slung the door open. There's a bunch of crazy geode rocks and bullshit all over it. And then I said, we got to go. And then I left, and we walked back through the wooded trail, through the bar, back to the car, and I sighed a sigh of relief and was like, holy shit, did that just happen? And this is a true fucking story for Ocala. And I skipped a lot of parts.
And it happened. Nose Girl had no idea. She did not knows what was going on.
No, and
at all.
She even afterwards was like, "That was fucking crazy." And
she's a crazy. I've seen her a couple times. She's fucking out of her mind too. Right. So for her to say that,
this guy is gonna be in the paper someday.
Thunder and Julia.
Yeah.
So if you see Thunder and Julia in any sort of Florida publication,
avoid it.
Do not
go back to their.
Do not go back to their death lair in the through the woods. You're not gonna come back. Trouble. It's not gonna be a good situation.
Taylor Swift style trouble. I'm telling you.
Trouble from the start. You knew it. You knew it was trouble from the start.
Right. I followed through with it, and I have a story to tell.
You do. You survived.
You survived. That's Thunder.
That's Thunder.
All right. Signing out.
Episode
3.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Until next time. Later.